January 17th meeting of the Downtown Development Authority is called to order. Can we have a roll call, please? Roll call?
Yeah.
Who's doing the roll call?
He's right.
Felton? Exactly.
Okay.
Patricia Felton? Kelly Garrett? Alex Green? Exactly. Mike Green?
Here.
Danielle Huey? Charlotte Jones?
Here.
Bruce Cantor?
Here.
Fred Prime?
Here.
Pam Schermeyer?
Here.
Dan Sugg?
Here.
We have forms.
Mr. Chairman, would you like to take over?
Yes.
I mean, you're allowed to say no if you don't want to.
There's a roll call. Yes, approval of agenda?
Motion to approve the agenda for today's meeting.
Second?
Is there any, want me to make a motion to excuse the absence?
Oh, true, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
There
we
should
need
be.
to make a motion to
Yep.
approve absences, so.
I just wanted to.
Who's absent? Dr. Felton? Do we
Danielle
have
Huey?
excused absences for
Yep.
all of them?
They all let you know, right?
Yeah, motion.
Yeah, they did.
Motion to approve absences for all those not in attendance today, having sought prior approval.
Second.
All right, all's in favor?
Aye.
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 All right, motion carries. And we had the agenda, we had minutes, approval of the minutes.
I've read the minutes and find them accurate, so I move to approve the minutes.
And I'll second them.
All right, any support, questions, all is in favor? Oh,
Aye.
questions? Oh,
Nope.
okay.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Presentations, the Southfield Chamber of Commerce update on,
Oh, we're skipping one. Public comment.
oh. We're skipping
we
to
have
public
one?
comment?
You
Twice.
skip public comment, yeah.
You're done twice?
Yeah, so the
Okay.
first public comments for items that are on the agenda, the second public comment is for those who just want to talk about
Perfect.
anything.
All right,
Okay, so this is public comment?
yes, about anything on
See
the
that
agenda.
there.
yeah.
Okay. Public comment, what is it, 3 minutes?
Yes.
Not quite on the agenda, but just did.
Can you please come up to the mic, Rick?
They may have a different version.
Rick Wiz, Lathrup Boulevard, not pertaining to anything on the agenda, but I was just wondering, what is the proper way to communicate with members of the commission? Is there a commission email or individual emails available, or what? I mean, if I want to bring something to somebody's attention, how do I do that?
What commission are you talking about?
The DDA,
Oh,
the board.
okay.
I mean, how do I communicate with anybody? I might have one or two people that I have emails for, but if I want to communicate with the whole board, how do I do that?
If I can address that. Our legal counsel advised us not to give out personal emails, so if you want to communicate with the board as a whole, I would recommend going through Austin as the staff liaison.
Okay, seems a little bizarre, I mean, as opposed to going through the board liaison as opposed to speaking to individuals. I mean, just on the face of it, maybe I don't want to filter everything through somebody in the administration. Maybe I want to bring something to somebody's individual attention as opposed to somebody filtering it. So,
Part of the public comment is this opportunity to bring to the attention of the board any items you'd like to inform them about.
right, but sometimes, in the past, when I've brought something up at the board, the comment has been made, why was I springing this on somebody at the meeting and not bringing it up ahead of time? I mean, I'd like to, if I've got an issue, I'd like to give somebody time to think about it, look at it, if it's something that needs to be inspected or whatever, and not just say, okay, you've got 2 minutes to make a decision on answering this question. So And not anything against you personally, but anytime something's going through somebody, we've all played the game telephone. And when I say to you, by the time it gets to somebody down the end of the line, that message has changed substantially. So
Any
that's it.
type of communication would be open to public record, so there would be no impropriety in notifying the board of any concerns you bring to my attention.
Okay, thank you much.
Anyone else? All right. Now, we were at the presentations, Southfield Chamber of Commerce.
It does not look like they have arrived, so
We'll push that down. All right, then we'll move to item 6, the consent agenda. I think it's here, actually. Monthly financial reports and the monthly code enforcement report. Do we have the,
Michelle Thompson is our finance director. If you guys do have any specific questions, she's here in attendance.
Okay.
But if not, we can make a motion.
I just had one question. I was trying to remember what, so our planning and consulting fees that we have are, you know, we're highly above budget on that. I'm trying to remember what the underlying reason was for that. I know there's a reason.
Yeah, it was the interval between when the previous treasurer left and I was hired, and then also a lot of cleanup that was done throughout the year.
So that went in there.
Yeah, and
Great.
we're working on budget amendments right now, so that'll be adjusted.
So a hiring of an interim firm.
Hiring Clint Murray
Yeah,
and-
yeah. Yeah, hearing no further questions, did you have a question?
No, I was just going to also say that part of the agreement between the DDA and the city is that the DDA will cover a certain amount of consulting fees, and that is something else that we'll look into, see if that there should have been a GL number attached
A
to,
share.
yeah, to go to the city, but was put down as a DDA. So that's something that Michelle and I have a meeting set for next week to look into all of the required budget amendments that for the general ledger.
Yeah. Okay,
So if you made that motion, I'll second that.
yeah, motion to accept the consent agenda, 1 second.
all right, made, support, no questions, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries, consent agenda. Old business?
Public comment. You got it on there again.
No, we're on new business.
Okay, number 8.
That might be an old one.
Do we have
So
to-
the one
okay.
online-
Yeah, there's
We're
a
working on
different version.
one online. Okay, so, all right, public comment.
No, new business.
Okay,
New business.
sorry, apologies. New business. We have Main Street, 2025 Main Street accreditation assessment.
Yes, this is something that is done on an annual basis in coordination with Main Street, Oakland County. We are looking at our efforts over the past year and also what we plan to do moving forward, our efforts and work plan. And part of that is going to be done today with Jill from Giffords Webster, that we are going to look at what goals we have for the upcoming year based on the board and also the committees. And another aspect, I emailed to all of the board members, and I believe most have responded, but it is regarding the DDA board composition, and there are some specific questions about individual members of the board. So I just ask you that if anyone has not yet completed this, please provide it to me at your earliest convenience. The self-evaluation is due to be completed by February 15th, so sooner the better. And once all responses are received, I will put them all together and put them in one document to be provided to Main Street America to keep and maintain our affiliate status with them.
All right, thank you.
There is no motion required.
Any,
for this.
yeah, any other discussion on it? Okay.
I got it now.
Yeah.
One of the three, yeah.
Yeah, now I see it's public comment.
Yeah,
All right, public comment.
I think we have to do the third annual Lathrup Village Music Festival overview first, and then we'll do public comment.
Where do you see that?
Yeah.
Well, one of the problems.
I have another old
I did,
agenda.
there's an old agenda that was printed, so it's not the most
The
up-to-date one.
PDF version and the HTML version
Okay,
are
so
really
yeah,
different, yeah, so-
different.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, ours didn't have that, okay.
Yeah.
All right, third annual, the Lathrup Village Music Festival overview.
So the planning for the third annual Lathrup Village Music Festival has begun. It is scheduled for September 13th here at Municipal Park. It is also, there is a rain day for September 14th in case we do get it rained out. So we've already received one sponsorship pledge of $3,000 from Community Congregational Church in our efforts to provide or obtain additional sponsors and acts is also ongoing. The packet we're going to be presenting to potential sponsors was finalized this week. So next week we're going to start actually reaching out and to get sponsors because this event is fully funded by sponsors. So everything is paid from sponsors that have been received. So right now we have 4 verbal commitments from musical acts. Elise King, who is a fantastic singer, and she is going to be our headliner for the event. We also have Dwayne Hewins, who is a Lathrup Village resident. Him and his sister are performers in a band. She sings, he's on drums. They're a great local act that we are excited to have. Steve Goulian, who is also a great local act from Lathrup Village, will be on the bill. And then Cast Iron Cornbread, who is a fantastic band with a lot of great energy and have, over the last 2 years, really engaged with the crowd and been one of the more crowd favorites. So we are coming to ask to approve the deposits so we can secure these acts and secure their dates, and also to enter into a contract with them. So the total for each of the 4 deposits will be $2,050. These deposits will be covered from FY25 funds, and also it will be covered through the sponsorship provided by Community Congregational Church. The remaining balances will be from FY26 funds, and the total contract amount for all 4 artists is $4,050, which will be paid completely by sponsors. The deposits will be reimbursed back to the DDA once the funds are deposited. And also, we have gotten a great response from volunteers from last year. They are all interested in coming back and helping with the event. We had a wonderful group last year who worked hard and provided great support to the event itself. And we are very excited. We're excited to continue for this event to be a part of the community, be Lathrup Village centric, and promote our local businesses. We have plans this year to incorporate the businesses into the event in the vendor space more, and we are also working with the Parks and Rec Committee to have a family activity area where there'll be different games and activities for families to bring their children to. There were a couple members of the board who expressed an interest in having that to be incorporated in this year's version of the music festival, and we've gotten a great response from our Parks and Rec Committee members who said that they would like to participate. So we have a meeting set in a couple weeks to meet with them, and then I am going to attend the next planning or Parks and Rec Committee meeting to talk with them further. So we're on the agenda for that. So today we are just asking for the deposits to secure them. There are 4 motions here being asked. And like I said, all of the funds will be reimbursed through the first pledge we've received.
And this is the same host committee or organizational committee that's working on this also as last year?
For the most part, it's
Yeah.
similar. There have been a couple of people added to it, and then we are also bringing in different volunteers, like I said, from Parks and Rec and some other people who volunteer quite often for the city to not just volunteer on the day of, but really take the reins of planning it and coordinating and getting each aspect of the festival brought to fruition.
There was a financial outlay by the DDA last year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and you're saying this year there will not be?
No, there will be.
There
There
will
will
be.
definitely be, but right now, we are looking to get these artists signed
Yeah,
and under
signed.
contract,
Yeah.
because they said they can't save the dates until we actually provide them with a deposit, but
Yeah.
we will provide that to you all.
You're looking for seed money, but there still will be an ask from the DDA to help some of the
yes.
fixed expenses for,
And all those will be reimbursed.
yeah.
Yeah, that'll be part of the budget process, like this
Yeah.
current fiscal
Yeah.
year, the
Mhm.
DDA seeded
Yeah.
10 grand.
It just sounded like it wasn't gonna cost us anything. I'm like, yeah, but we committed to
Yep,
it.
yeah,
We-
the DDA is one of the sponsors.
Yeah,
yes.
the DDA is one of the sponsors.
Okay.
DDA did net essentially 10 grand last year based off
Right.
sponsors and total cost, so
Understood, yeah,
So we get our money
hopefully
back.
something
yeah,
like that happens again,
Yeah.
but can't guarantee it, but.
yeah.
Yeah,
The,
they-
the goal was to have it all funded by outside
Sponsors,
sponsors and
yeah.
everything like that, but the DDA's there to kind of help cover some of those initial costs.
Yeah, clearly from a perceptual standpoint, in my opinion, one of the better things we've done, and I think it's well worth the investment, so, and certainly the risk of placing deposits on acts, so. Unless there's any other questions from the team.
No question.
Yeah, motion to, do I have to have 4 motions, you said?
You would do
Motion-
one? Can we
I'll
do it
make-
in one?
Yeah, I'll make it one.
Okay.
Motion to approve entering into contracts with those artists listed in the DDA memo.
Second.
All right, been made, support, all's in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Public comment? I don't see anyone for public comment, so we'll move on to the director's report.
So we have an upcoming training that is going to be sponsored here in Lathrup Village. We are working with Horizon Advisors, who provide succession planning training to small businesses and medium-sized businesses. So this is a part of the Tri-City organization with Southfield and Oak Park. We all work together on doing different workshops and training and open them up to all the business communities instead of having different workshops for each community on its own. We open it up and we share the grant funding we get from the county to do these trainings, and then it also offers up that larger audience and provides more opportunities for training workshops to our local business owners. So right now we have succession planning training for here in Lathrup Village. Business resource train, that will be in April. Business resource training will be in May, which will be hosted by Oak Park. And then there'll be a morning business mixer in July, hosted by Southfield. And then we also have a very unique training to our business community. It's by Zing Train. They're the same family for Zingerman's. They have done some fantastic training to both corporate and executive level to different public entities. So I keep hearing rave reviews about this training. It's called Art of Giving Great Service, so it's on customer service, and it will be on February 4th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. In Oak Park. This information is up on the DDA's social media, but if any member of the business community is interested, they can also reach out to me, and we'll definitely get them registered. There's a $25 registration fee for this training workshop. For updates on properties, at 27310 Southfield Road, they've begun interior build-out. This will just be a white box, so they're still looking for a tenant, but there is renovations going to that space for a new business to move on into the Lathrup Village community. And then at 28200 Southfield Road, there was a roof replacement. The 2 of the 3 hawk signals have begun to be installed. There was a significant amount of work towards the additional power supply for those signals being completed. You may be able to see some of the
saw
heavy
this
equipment
one,
out there
yeah, yeah.
today. And then The last thing is that accreditation. We're working hard to do a thorough review, and then also we're excited about Giffords Webster being here today to provide a workshop and doing a SWOT analysis, and then also doing work planning for what we want to achieve over the next year. And that's all I have for this month.
Is the third Hawk signal scheduled to be installed this year?
That's the hope. This one will be the one south of 696. It is currently, the masts are currently in Minnesota for fabrication review. I don't know how long that takes, but apparently they have to go to Minnesota to do that. So once they're back, it should be a relatively quick install. The one thing that's different about this third one that's going on, this one will actually have a median in the middle of the street. So it'll be a little more intensive construction with some lane closures down the south side. But the hope is it will go in this year. We just don't have a firm timeline yet.
Yeah, to my understanding, with this information provided from the city's civil engineering contractor, that there's only one firm in the country that does these arm mast inspections, and because of how long they're on back order, it usually takes about 4 months for it to be completed.
All right then.
Will there be any closures of Southfield ramps due to the 696 construction eastbound that's starting in March?
Yes. So actually, eastbound 11 mile, for city specifically, eastbound 11 mile will be closed for probably, I don't know the time frame yet, as we resurface that, unfortunately, this summer as well. So there will be even additional detours through here. Once we get a more firm schedule from our engineering firm, once we get a contractor on board, we'll share that some more. But that's going to be the main closure that impacts us.
Yeah.
And when does that start?
It will be a summer project. Unfortunately, I don't know the schedule yet,
Yeah.
as we're still finalizing engineering plans and getting that out for bid. But as soon as we know the schedule, we'll share it with everyone.
Yeah. Any other questions on the report?
No.
All right. Is that something that we accept, or it's flat? Okay. Next item is board training. The SWOT goal development.
So last month, we did adjourn and then do the training, so it's up to the board if they'd like to keep the meeting open or adjourn it before training is completed.
How long do we think that's gonna take, Joe? How much of an opportunity do we have to sit with you tonight? Let's put it that way.
I kind of based it on maybe an hour and a half at the most, probably an
We
hour.
probably should let these fine citizens go on about their day if you'd like to adjourn the meeting, in my opinion.
I agree with that.
And they're more than welcome to stay.
And you're more welcome to stay if you'd like, but yeah.
So yeah, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second,
We're adjourned.
all right.